Alright, our transmission splines are clean. You use Stabarog's NBU 30 PTM. There are a couple other kinds of Stabarogs made by Kluber that are not the right shit. You need NBU 30 PTM. That's what you use. It is gray, as we see here. Light gray. Not dark gray like Honda Molly, bordering on black. You'll notice how little Sean has put on this toothbrush. It's ironically about all you need for toothpaste to brush your freaking teeth too. But convincing my kids of that seems to be a little bit difficult lately. Spread it on. Mostly being concerned with what's in between the teeth, in between the little valleys, in the little valleys. And that's good. Now we're going to put, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to snag it from you, but we're going to put a little dab right on the end of this shaft there. You'll find sometimes that somebody has put some here. This is not necessary. This is the part that actually rides against the spring plate right here. If some parts are worn and they make noise when you pull the clutch in, sure, you can take it apart and put some Stabarogs here or whatever you want to use, and it'll mask the noise when you pull the clutch in for a little while until it slings everything off, and then it's going to make noise again. Some dealers do that. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but anyway, there is no need to put any lube there. On the end, yes, that rides in the pilot bushing, so we're okay there. And that's it. That's all you need. The clutch hub has been cleaned. We are not going to put any on that because there's no need to have it on the transmission and on the clutch. That results in too much. That starts slinging it out of this side, and it starts coating the friction disc, and then you end up with a slipping clutch soon. We don't want that. So at this point, we are ready to reassemble the clutch. As soon as I give Sean some new bolts, and we're going to put the transmission back in. It is 10 past 3. We're out of here at 4 o'clock, so we have another 45 minutes, which will give us enough time to reassemble this clutch and slide the transmission back in and bolt it together. And we will proceed with reinstallation of the center stand, swing arm, rear drive, etc. tomorrow. Said I was going to video this, but that's okay. Did you say you couldn't get it to stay? Should we whip out the silicone? Let's get the RTV gasket maker and pack that whole clutch. The whole thing will stay together. You won't even need any fucking bolts to hold it in. Fucking jerk off.
You have to lube the splines because of the reduced vibration.
Right. The whole fucking clutch basket, the engine and everything will be fucking silicone dampened. Fucking pinheads. So that's it. You put your 6 new bolts with the funky little star washers on them. Put all those in. You run run them all in till they bottom while wiggling your clutch around. The other screw is in my hand, Sean. And I would run all those in with a T-handle. And then you torque them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're done. And the torque is 17 Newton meters to 21 Newton meters, whichever floats your boat. What I would suggest is if you're doing this and you're not replacing the screws, you're going to reuse the screws you took out, which you can get away with. This isn't a high torque application. But if you're going to reuse the screws, torque them to 17 Newton meters. If you're using new ones, go with 21. That's generally how I operate that range, torque range that BMW offers you. Use the lower factor if you're reusing the bolt, the higher factor if you're using a new bolt. And after you run these in, you want to make sure that your clutch tool turns freely. See how that's binding in one position? That's better. It's still binding a little bit, but there we go. That's good. Excellent. And that's it. And you're gonna torque them, and we're ready to slide the transmission in. Our next step, and trust me, do this now, not after you put the transmission in. We talked about our clutch boot. Here's 2 new ones I have. You don't need 2, you only need 1. Change the fucker now. Apparently I'm fucking retarded. Oh yeah, we can't do that because the clutch rod's sticking through. You gotta tip the transmission back. There we go. This just peels the fuck out. Lifts off. That's gone. And that's it. Now we open up our new one. And I was right. These fuckers are up to like 40 bucks. Put our new one on there. You could put the rest of the clutch pack together now, but we're not going to because I just don't remember if there's enough. By putting the spring and all this stuff back in now, it pushes the clutch rod all the way out. I don't remember if there's enough room to guide that in perfectly straight without the transmission bumping into the ears. So we're going to leave that apart right now and just leave this like that, and we'll deal with it after the transmission's in. We are ready to install this. You ready? Go on the other side. I'll grab the tranny. It's fucking howdy doody time. Where's the silicone? Fucking retards. Way off, way off. There we go.
Oh, you got the wrong.
The wrong hole.
Oh.
No, I'm wrong. Is it happy hour yet? No happy hour for me today. I gotta take the kids to the fucking doctor's tonight. Alright, that damn thing fell off anyway. Okay. What are we hanging up on here?
That clutch rod doesn't look close. I'm in the right hole. Are you in the right hole?
I'm in the right hole. Clutch rod's fine. No, I'm not. Back. Back. There you go.
No, it looks like it's
Now we're close. Transmission in. Where the fucking rubber mallet went. Couple taps. And There we go. Voila.
Is that in over there?
It is. Well, we put this on. Now you can bend this down out of the way. I'm going to reinstall our spring. Oh, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Okay, there's our bearing. Remember, the dished part goes towards the transmission. And my mouth wasn't functioning with my brain earlier when I said front and back, so ignore that. The center of this is what the clutch push rod rides on. We're going to pack that with Molly assembly lube. Now, the puck goes in. Actually, you know what? Give me a little coat around the edge of this too. It gets lubricated with gear lube, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have some of this on the edges as well, because it slides in the bore right here. Okay, now we go to the spring. We're out of parts. Oh, look, more silicone. Alright, pull that arm down. Put our spring on. Arm up. Now, you're not going to be able to put this rubber boot over the shoulder yet until you hook the cable on. And if you want to just do this temporarily, remember our cable is not secured in our perch because we haven't changed it yet. We're just hooking this on. Lift that arm up a little more. There you go. We're just hooking that on to hold this shit in place. Now you can go around and push the boot, and it's dark as fuck in there. You can't really see. Now you can work the boot around up onto the shoulder. Make sure you get the bottom. See, now it's all done. The screw clamp, remember where that was positioned. And being that this is a new boot, you're going to have to open that clamp a little bit more. Don't force it on, because you force it on, you're likely to rip this boot. So you're going to open that clamp more, put it in position, and the clamp is going to face like that. Screw head here at a slight angle. And we'll be back shortly. Okay. Our clutch arm boot is tight. Our clamp is tight, sorry. And remember, this is where you adjust the clutch. We can't adjust that yet because we still have to change the cable and we have other shit to do. But that's just holding shit together right now. Look at that snot. What the fuck is that on that bolt? That would be